Hi Leo, welcome to your May 2019 love reading. This is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For those of you who are cross watchers, you are more than welcome to stay and just listen away. But I do have cross watcher videos. They say cross watcher in the title on the channel. So if you want to check out the Leo cross watcher video, that I did for April, I'm sorry, for May, after this one, you can definitely check that out. And then in a couple of weeks, I'm going to go ahead and do the cross watcher for June. So be back for that. But this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to see what's going on in the area of love for Leo. All right, my dear. So I'm going to pull 5 cards. And then as I go through the 5 cards, I'm going to pull clarifiers for the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's card 1. Oop. You've got 2 of coins, okay? This is like busy energy. This is really trying to make something work, all right? So, actually, Capricorn also got similar cards. So some of you may have Capricorn in your chart somewhere, or you may be dealing with a Capricorn, but not necessarily. Although this is a coin, so it could be an earth sign, but again, not necessarily, or somebody that has earth in their moon or in their rising. This is gonna be a lot of work, and so you might be looking at a relationship and you might be like, it shouldn't have to be so hard, or you might be trying to figure out, like, am I putting in more than this other person? Is this fair? Is this balanced? You might be trying to figure out if something is worth the amount of work you're putting into it. Okay, some of you may feel like you're with someone who's being a bit of a party pooper, or like a wet blanket or something, and so you may be a little frustrated about that, and you may just be really still trying or making an effort. For some of you, it's the other way around. Like, you have just someone, you're like, this person just is not getting the hint that this isn't doing it for me. This isn't what I want. So there's something in the relationship, or those of you who are single, you might have people coming after you, but you're like, my goodness, can I just get somebody that I'm into, right? So it could be some complicated energy in that way, but we're going to look at the clarifiers. Here's clarifier 1, clarifier 2, and clarifier 3. All right, so clarifier 1, we've got the death card. You maybe, Leo, are wanting to walk away from someone or something, but you're feeling kind of bad about it. You're maybe like, getting out of the situation may feel so good to you, but then you think about actually having to do it, and you may feel bad for the person, or you may be just feeling guilty for wanting out. Okay, I feel that some of you are having a really hard time because you're feeling very obligated in a situation, but you're wanting freedom. For some of you, it could be that there's like a friend, or maybe like you're taking care of family or something, like some other obligation where you really want to be out of that obligation so that you can focus on your love life, or you can start dating, right? And so you may be feeling guilty about doing that. But this is the thing, you guys, with the death card, this is a symbol of transformation. This is a symbol of things ending. And although the death card is not literal death, once death, one way or another, it's inevitable. It's going to happen at some point, right? It's just the way that life is. So whatever this thing is that you're holding on to, or you're feeling guilty, or you're trying really hard not to let go, sooner or later it's going to happen, right? If it's not meant for your energy, if it's not in your vibration anymore, sooner or later it's going to go, right? So we can maybe hopefully let it go with grace and gentleness. But whatever it is that you're trying so hard to make work, it's only a matter of time before it's just not going to happen anymore, right? So this is something that maybe, Leo, you can ask for your angels and guides to help you to not feel bad about walking away from it. Some of you maybe are in a relationship, or like you're in a marriage or something, and you're in it because there's children involved, or you're in it because of the fact that, like, there might be financial aspects or things like that going on. and it may be very difficult, and you may be holding on. So at some point, children do grow up. Children do grow up. Eventually, the children will get to the point where, maybe they don't need you all to be together because they're old enough and they're living their lives. At some point, sooner or later, it becomes very hard to force something, right? So be open and ask your angels and guides to help you understand the best way to make the decisions, to help you be balanced in your sacrifices, to help you know when to sacrifice, how much to sacrifice, when to set boundaries, or when to, draw lines. Ask for guidance and help in this, because I feel some of you are trying really hard for a situation that just isn't seeming to be, going anywhere. You've got the devil here, so you're feeling trapped. Some of you are feeling trapped, and also not just trapped, you're feeling tempted. There could be somebody coming along here that's really lighting your fire, or just giving you a sense or a feeling like, I want to be over there, I want to be with them. So some of you are dealing with temptation. Some of you are dealing with this pull, like, come this way, and you may be trying to fight it. But you have Ace of Wands here. This is where it's getting real, you guys. It's getting real. When Ace of Wands comes up, it's very hard to say no, okay? And even here with this, or Ace of Canes, or, whatever we want to call it here in this deck, this is a cane. What's very interesting to me is, it just kind of occurred to me. A lot of you guys are having a hard time already with where your life is, either with family, or the stresses from your work, or an existing relationship. And this part of you just wants to, like, run away and join the circus. Like, a part of you just wants out of there so bad, right? And now this person comes along, like, tempting you and enticing you, and you're having a very hard time resisting. And so this cane here, which is a symbol of the passion in this deck, a cane does what? A cane kind of gives you a support, or helps you to walk. It's a crutch. Essentially, it's a crutch. So for some of you, this person who's coming in as a temptation, if you're not careful, it can maybe become a crutch that you're leaning on or depending on to get you through this situation. So, what I mean to say by this, if you are in a situation where, say, like, you're married or you're in a committed relationship, it's better not to taste this fruit, okay? Because it's not gonna be a one and done. It's not just gonna be like, you know what, I'm just gonna satisfy my curiosity, I'm gonna get it out of my system, and then I'm gonna go back to my regular life. It's not gonna be that way. You're gonna, like, need it. You're gonna start leaning on it. You're gonna start looking for it. So this is kind of like, think before you leap kind of message here with these cards, okay? um you cannot be in both worlds here. So if you are thinking, or if you are dealing with someone who thinks that they can have both worlds, they can have you in another third party, or they can have you in another relationship, at some point they're going to have to pick. At some point they're going to have to choose. It's not going to be something that they can just kind of have both going, and it's not something where they're going to be able to leave you alone, or you're going to be able to leave them alone. It's not going to be that simple, okay? So this is a very strong pull. A very strong pull. Let's see your next card, Leo. We have here the Six of Cups. This is a reunion, okay? This is like getting together and, teaming up with maybe somebody that you have known from back in the day. For some of you, it could be an ex. For some of you, it could be a friend, a childhood friend that maybe you're reconnecting with in your adult life, or someone from high school, okay? But there's a coming back together. There's the familiarity, and there's like a joining forces. And so you might be convincing yourself, oh, well, we're just going to get together for coffee, or we're just gonna get together to just kind of, talk about old times and I'll be on my end and they'll be on their end, and never the twain shall meet. But, sooner or later, somebody's going to come down, somebody's going to go up, right? Something's going to happen, and things are going to happen, right? Everybody's drinking here. Things happen when people drink. So don't fool yourself, Leo. Don't tell yourself that you're just going to hang out or you're just going to talk. It's going to go much further than that. Let's pull some clarifiers. Or for some of you, maybe you're not even in a relationship. There's just somebody coming in and you're like, ooh, this one's going to be trouble. You're probably right, right? And if you think that you're going to, bite off, just have like a little taste, it's not going to be that way. You're going to, it's going to become a full-blown thing. Oh, see? 5 of Cups. You might be surprised at how quickly things escalate. All of a sudden, feelings are getting involved, maybe some jealousy. Who is that? Who are you talking to, right? But you were just going to hang out. You guys are just going to talk, and all of a sudden, it's like you're all invested. This is Queen of Coins, okay? So this is getting established. This is becoming an actual relationship, okay? So even if you thought you were just going to mess around and not catch feelings, not happening, my dear. Or if you just thought you were just going to satisfy your curiosity and go back to your old life, not going to happen, my dear. This is establishing. This is becoming something. This is like, Wednesday night at 5 o'clock or whatever it might be. You might have your little rendezvous, regular rendezvous going here. This is going to be like rooted. This is rooted, okay? Some of you may even be like, very quickly thinking about moving in with this person or creating a home with this person, right? But this is a thing, it's all solely based on passion, right? So you easy there, like just be cautious about that. And then we have your nine of coins, Queen of Coins, 9 of Coins. So what's happening here is this is a very independent relationship. Okay, it almost feels like an agreement. I think, Leo, you and both the person involved here are really focusing on your goals. You're doing something with your lives. You're headed in a certain direction. You're very focused. So you're not necessarily looking for anybody to complete you. But when you all come together, it's pretty, it escalates. It really escalates. But that independence or that thing, that time between you guys only seems to make this relationship stronger. Okay? It only seems to make it more satisfying, really, because you kind of have the best of both worlds in that way, but feelings are also getting involved, or feelings are deepening, whereas maybe in the past you could have done that in the past where it was, and maybe, Leo, some of you maybe specifically the male Leos, because I think I'm not going to say the females don't do this, but I think men do this more than the females. But I'm not going to say no females ever do it. But you know the old trick. You know the old game where it's like they come in hot and it's like really intense, and then feelings start developing, and then they'll pull away for a little bit, and like it kind of goes radio silent, and then they start warming up again and showing up again. And it's just like little sway thing that they do in and out to try to, keep the feelings from escalating. That trick is not going to work this time around, because the time apart is only making you want each other more, or thinking more fondly of one another. That independence or that time in between is just, I just feel bringing into this Queen of Pentacles energy. So let's see next. The Tower. Dun dun dun. This is it, you guys. This is it. Decisions. If you're not making a decision, the decision is being made on your behalf. Be careful, be careful, be careful. If you are cheating or if you're with someone who is cheating, it will come out in the open. I don't care how slick you are. I don't care how slick they are. I don't care if they've been cheating for years and they've never been caught. This is coming to a situation where things are going to be revealed. Things are going to be revealed. Those of you who maybe have been living this very sacrificing life where you're like, you know what? I'm going to put my social life on the back burner. I'm going to, be this, caregiver person. I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. You're coming to a breaking point. You're coming to a point where something is going to happen where whatever you've been holding on to, remember how we said that death is inevitable, right? And I'm not talking about literal death. I'm not talking about somebody actually dying. I'm talking about something coming to an end, a cycle finishing, a period finishing. It's inevitable. Things change. And the Tower thing, that's coming in May, my darlings. It's coming in. So let's pull some clarifiers. Clarifier 1, clarifier 2, and clarifier 3. So clarifier 1 tells us about the Tower. Ooh. 3 of coins. Something is falling apart so that something new can be entwined. Something new can be built. Some new foundation can come together. And it's going to take some finessing, okay? Because especially those of you who are like doing this little thing and being slick and having some side thing going and holding on to like, whatever your stability was, and you were thinking that you were gonna like build this way of making it happen little by little, or you were gonna sneak out, or you were gonna like, be smart about your departure or the way that you finally exit. It's not gonna happen in the time frame that you had anticipated. It's happening much sooner. Okay, so then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I gotta figure out the next thing, because even though I knew I was gonna move on, or even though I knew I was gonna be with this person, I didn't think I was gonna have to do it this soon. So there's this coming together, there's this planning, there's this trying to make things happen. Okay, it's like one building is being torn down and then a new foundation is being laid down for a new one. Okay, and it's coming in more quicker than anticipated. Next we have Six of Pentacles, or Six of Coins. So this could be generosity. This could be give and take, right? This could definitely be the energy that's coming in where, you're creating a life with this person, almost like the universe is throwing you all together, right? And you're helping each other. There's this give and take. That's what I feel when I see Six of Coins in a love reading, that there's this give and take. I'm going to pull one more card, a clarifier, just specifically just one card for Six of Coins. And we have Four of Cups. So an offer is being made to you. It's up to you whether or not you're going to accept it. Okay? You may kind of be at the mercy of someone else, or feeling like you're at the mercy of somebody else, and it may not be the offer that you had hoped for, but there is a give and take. There is something being offered. It's going to be up to you if you're going to accept it, right? For example, somebody may be coming out of a relationship and they want to be with you, but you want to move in and they're not ready to move in. Or they want to move in and you're not ready. Or they want to move in, but they don't want to get married. And you're like, no, I'm not going to move in if I'm not married. Or whatever it might be. There's going to be some negotiating that needs to happen here. There's going to be some talking that needs to happen here until you can find what's going to work for the both of you. Because I just feel circumstances being what they are, some of you are feeling thrown into a situation where a relationship is just developing, or it's happening much quicker than you had anticipated. You thought that you were just having fun, or you thought that you were just looking, and next thing you know, it's like bam, boom, it's become a whole thing, right? And now you're going through life with this person. For how long is going to be up to you, but you're definitely beginning a journey. You have Queen of Cups here, right? So I think this is what it is. Somebody's wanting marriage, okay? Somebody's wanting marriage, and so some of you are like, look, dude, I just got out of a marriage. I'm not trying to get into another one. And then some of you are, you know, like vice versa. Like you're wanting marriage and they're like, I'm just not ready. But this seems to be the, you know, the negotiating here. Queen of Cups for me is like, it's a marriage card, okay? Um, I really feel like the Tower card and all the stuff in between the Tower card coming to here, it's gonna be a bit of a journey. There's gonna be ups and downs, okay? There's gonna be ups and downs. It's not gonna be smooth sailing. And I think a lot of it is because whatever is happening here with the Tower, it's so unexpected. It's so very unexpected. Um, and I don't know why, but this Three of Coins is jumping out at me where I feel like this person is bringing in some kind of baggage. Okay? So maybe they want to be with you, right? But you all have to figure out finances, right? Because maybe they want to be with you. But, you know, when you guys are putting money and things together, you know, you're going to have to factor in things like somebody's child support or somebody's alimony payment or whatever it might be, right? And so you want to get to here, but it might be a while before you all can get to here because you all have to figure out the financial baggage that's coming into this relationship. Okay, that's for some of you, not for all of you. For other ones of you, it's just kind of things are coming in very fast, and I think one person is like ready to go full speed, and one person's like, let's slow down. Let's check out your next card. You have the High Priestess. Okay, this is trusting your intuition, listening to your inner voice, trusting your guidance. This is an energy a lot of times with the High Priestess. I've said this in my other readings. The High Priestess is somebody very mysterious. Like, people find the High Priestess very mysterious and they can't leave her alone. They just can't. I mean, people get like borderline obsessed with her. Okay, so the thing about this High Priestess, you're coming into this High Priestess energy, and so you might have this drama and this stuff happening with this other person's relationship or the things coming in. You're going to stay on your throne. You're going to listen to your intuition to guide you. You're not going to get caught up in the drama. You're going to keep a cool head. You're going to stay calm. You're going to do what you need to do. Some of you may even be like, you know, those of you where there's something financial happening or a legal thing happening from a previous relationship or your partner, you're like, I'm learning the laws. I'm just going to be a, you know, taught at home, self-educated lawyer here. You're looking it all up. You're figuring it all up. You're doing the research, okay? So some of you are definitely taking matters into your own hands in that way. Or if it's not a legal thing with like spousal support and things like that, you might just be doing a lot of the research or the figuring out of how to make the relationship go a little smoother and to move along. You may be doing the figuring out, right? You may be helping out in that way, right? Intuitively or educating yourself. You're not gonna be in this feeling like a victim. You're clear about what you want and you're clear about how to get from point A to point B. Let's pull some clarifiers around the High Priestess. We've got 1, 2, and 3. Commitment. This is like the name of the game. This card has come up for almost every single one of the signs, right? This is the Hierophant. This could be truth, right? You know, this could be truth, but this is definitely the energy of order, foundation, a promise being made, an agreement being made. This could be engagement. This could be marriage. This is that very stable energy, right? This is that very stable energy that's coming in. So as you're in this whole energy, this is what you're kind of calling in. You're calling in that stability. You're calling in that structure. You're calling in that commitment. You're calling in that promise. right? Some of you may be doing some kind of reading. You might be doing like some kind of self-help book type stuff, or you know, like trying to understand or doing your homework in some way for relationships, or how to make relationships work, or how to improve communication in relationships. But you all aren't playing. You guys know what you want and you're making it happen. So 10 of Swords is coming in here. 10 of Swords is often like something coming in and ending. It's an old way. It's an old way of doing things. For me in my readings, I've said this in the past. 10 of Swords has always come up before something really good happens. So it's the release of an old pattern. It could be the release of an old relationship, release of an old coping mechanism. It could be the release of or the ending of a dynamic between family. It could be a lot of different things, but we're going to pull a clarifier here. Why is 10 of Swords here? We have the Emperor, which is about structure and order. Emperor doesn't like to be told what to do. Okay, Emperor can be very free-spirited in that way. Although he can be very passionate and very loving, he's very much in charge. There could be sometimes perceived to be selfish even a little bit. That's going to have to end. All right, so that's going to have to end. So somebody is being humbled by the father here, right? The Hierophant, humbled, right? It's like you might have this crown, but there's a higher authority. There's a right way of doing things, and so there has to be this, you know, this ending of the old ways, the bachelor ways, or the, you know, whatever it might be. There has to be an ending of ways. Our next clarifier here is 2 of Canes. So this could be friendships, this could be partnerships, this could be seeking advice or seeking counsel. All right, so some of you may have a friend who's stepping in and helping. Some of you, the person you're dealing with could have a friend who's stepping in and helping, because there does seem to be a lot of chaos here, and this person is maybe just looking for support or help and in moving through. 2 of Canes can also sometimes be contracts, negotiations, you know, thinking something through very clearly. Okay, and so this is something that is decisions. Again, decisions. These are big decisions. These commitments are big decisions. So there could be some having to negotiate here or figure things out, some brainstorming that might be happening. Okay, so then your next card here is Page of Swords. This is a truth being revealed. This is gathering of information. It could even be, you know, well, let's see. Let's pull some clarifiers. What do we need to know about the Page of Swords as it applies in this reading for Leo? 1, 2, 3. Okay. You have the Wheel. So something is being disclosed so that you all can really move forward with this. Okay, so that you all can kind of come out of the crazy energy, move into the stability, maybe try to make this a little bit more fun. Maybe just kind of think or plan a change of pace, or a way out of where you've been, like to just kind of make a little bit of a getaway. Okay, so for some of you this could be a move, some of you this could be a trip or a vacation, right? We got 7 of Cups, so this is getting out of the illusion. Maybe some of you are going to get lost in fantasy a little bit. Maybe for some of you this is going to be a plus and not necessarily something to avoid, because there's so much chaos happening. Some of you are having to get away for a bit. okay? And explore your options and figure out what the two of you want without everybody else's opinions. And your outcome here is 8 of coins. So you all are working on it. You all are deciding to make this work. You all are deciding to make this work, okay? Some of you are leaving behind the illusion of being trapped or being stuck, and you're deciding to live your life. Okay, you're just coming to this energy of where it's like, I'm human. I need to be happy. I need to have my connection. I need to, do things in a way that feel right and authentic, and make me a better person and make me a happy person, so that I'm more help for others. I mean, look at how happy she is. She's happy, and he seems to be having fun too, right? So these are two people that are probably going to be much better to be around, right? Than people who are miserable. Their hearts may even be a little more generous because they're in a good mood, right? Or they're fueled. They have a full tank. They can be more helpful. We have the strength card underneath us, kind of like the shadow card here. You guys are going to have to be strong. I think that this relationship that's coming in for a lot of you, it's a doozy. Lots of ups and lots of downs. But in the end, it seems to be coming together nicely, okay? It seems to be, it won't be boring, I'll tell you that. It definitely won't be boring. All right, my darlings, you might want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos as well. Some weeks or some months those may resonate more, or they might add a little extra information for your specific planetary makeup. Private readings are still available on the Calendly link in the description of this video. And don't forget to check out your weekly forecasts, guys, because I don't just do love readings. I do weekly forecasts for money, family, spirituality, whatever kind of comes up. And then I do the love readings separately. I thank you so much for liking,